On this episode of 2K TV, we hear from Vintage Lee.
I hope it gets some pump, you know, game-winning mood, you know what I'm saying?
Insight into the NBA.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs.
Mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's...
Well, guys, the NBA Players Union recently voted unanimously to fund health care insurance for retired players. Now, Chris Paul, the Players Association's president, said, "We're in this position because of the hard work of the men who came before us. It's important that we take care of our extended NBA."
Thanks, DA, a true sign of how caring the NBA is, always looking out for the retired players. And Doris, we're in that kind of in-between area. You know, the luster of the season opener has now worn off. Not yet quite to the All-Star break. Crunch time, of course, is still a ways away. How do players go about maintaining that focus here at the midseason?
You know, I think this is interesting. If you're chasing greatness, we hear that expression a lot from LeBron James, I'm chasing greatness. I don't think focus is ever at issue. If you're the Golden State Warriors in the season, you have an opportunity to win 73 games. Focus is never an issue. What's fascinating to me is, can young players sustain attention for the 82-game grind, particularly those rookies? That is the group of players for whom I think it is most difficult.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Collison. Hickson is out there with the doctor, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 spot. Here's the screen. Here's Collison, and Hibbert with the block. Tatum with it. In the game against Toronto. Very impressive. Now, here's Fournier to the paint. Now Collison. Now the dish to Hickson. Good, and the assist goes to Collison.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
He's covered by Collison. To the left side wing. Here's Hibbert. No good. And it's Boston the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Fought extremely hard to win that game. They were exhausted, you could tell, but you could see what that win meant to them at the end of overtime.
Hickson a screen. 6 to shoot. Left side, Antetokounmpo. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hibbert with the screen. Right wing. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
The Bulls shooting their first free throw tonight. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Collison. Here's the doctor. Olynyk is covering. Here's Kriapa. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Tatum, and the layup's good off the glass. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Hickson kicks to Collison, and Hibbert with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Tatum leading the charge. Wasted no time on that one. Tatum's got 6 points. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Hickson sets the screen for Collison. Dishes to Hickson. Rebound by Olynyk.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
Hibbert inside. He's against Hickson. 2 points. That one goes.
Defensively, Kev, it's very hard to impact a shot from the mid-range when you're giving up that many inches as a defender.
Pass to Kriapa. Shoots over Olynyk. Oh, yes, the turnaround. The doctor's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Screen by Olynyk. To the paint. Here's Gay. Again, Chicago.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Celtics trail by 3. There's the pick. Passes it to Kriapa. Back to Collison. He kicks it to Fournier. 4 on the clock. Kriapa passes to Collison. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He has 5. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Pulls it up. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Olynyk. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. They'll take that every time.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Right side, Collison. That doesn't go either for Collison.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
He's covered by Collison. Hibbert with the screen. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Here's Collison. He's got 5. Five on the clock. Off the pick. That's good on the jump shot. Collison's got 7.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
Pass to Hibbert. Over Hickson. Another shot. Goes up again. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Collison. Here's Fournier, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And stolen by Fournier. He dishes it to Collison. Will not drop. He's shooting 3 for 8 and not happy about it. Kicks it to Gay. Over onto Kumbo. Here's Hibbert. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Hibbert's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Collison dishes to Hickson. Chicago grabs the miss. Olynyk got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Gay outside. And the pass to Hibbert. Shoots over Hickson. The rebound by the Celtics. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Collison kicks to Antetokounmpo. Fires the 3. Hickson with the bucket. 6 points for him. You think back to how Jeff Hornacek was as a player. Doris, you see that same demeanor on the sidelines.
Well, what you're talking about there, Kev, is sort of that gritty, no-nonsense, tough-minded approach. What Jeff Hornacek was as a player, he certainly displays similar attributes as a coach.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Now the feed to Hickson. Antetokounmpo passes to Collison. Back to Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Cans it from downtown. And the Bulls lead by 3.
I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. Doors with every team looking to spread the floor, get that space. Most big men are being asked to increase their range. Is the practice time going into that taking away from working, for instance, on other fundamentals that a big guy should be working on?
Here's how you know this is for real. When you hear Dwight Howard talking about the fact that this guy is going to spend an entire summer trying to develop the range because he wants to extend his playing career.
Sure.
Dwight Howard at one time was the single most dominant back-to-the-basket low-post center. They surrounded him with shooters. They put him in pick and roll, and he was an absolute monster. You know what? I don't know if it'll take away from the other fundamentals for the center. I do know that the role of center has drastically changed in the NBA.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Celtics.
And a shot they haven't been looking for very much is that corner 3. And when they have, these been quick to kind of close out and deny it, and they've had to get their points from elsewhere.
And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 3. Vaughn kicks to Labissiere. The shot from the low post is good.
Boy, that's some big-time toughness on that play. Tough defense was right there in perfect position, but he gets to the rack anyway.
Moore outside. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Markkanen kicks to Murray. There's the screen. 5 to shoot. Over Shved. Murray, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Vaughn. He feeds it to Shved. Labissiere, the screen. Shoots off the screen. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Feeds it to Markkanen. And here is Murray. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto. And Butler sends it back. And he's able to get it back. 1:53 left here in the opening quarter. The dish now to Shved. Labissiere in the high post. Labissiere, the screen. Pass to Vaughn. 4 on the clock. Over Biedrins. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Murray with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Biedrins, a screen. Now here's Murray. Over Shved. Another one falls for Chicago. Murray! Here's Vaughn. Dishes it to Shved. Pass to Isaac. Over Mercer. And it's Boston with another.
And both offenses in rhythm here to start the game.
Boy, these teams can't miss so far. If you love good offense, this is your game.
And Moore kicks to Murray. Pass to Markkanen. No good that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. Here's Isaac. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Isaac. Now Moore. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Murray. It's deflected, but he recovers it. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Celtics up 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you? Stats one. Boston's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. They've got Biedrins. Murray out there with Markkanen. And it's Mercer in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Vaughn gets the bucket. Bulls trailed by 4. Murray kicks to Moore. He dishes it to Markkanen. Back to Moore. Biedrins, a screen. Just 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Vaughn. It's hauled in by Andris Biedrins. And Chicago shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Kicks to Murray. The pass to Mercer. More in the corner. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Markkanen. Rebound Boston. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
You know, sometimes it's about gang rebounding, making sure everyone's in on the responsibility to board it. Let's see if it's more of a group effort tonight.
And that one's good. Shved.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Markkanen. Lays it up off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Isaac. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. That one misses. So the Bulls will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
They drew a lot of fouls in that game, guys, and that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
When your key contributors sit the bench because of foul trouble, obviously that's a problem, and they got plenty of freebies from the charity stripe.
Markkanen dishes to Murray. Over Shved. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket for Murray.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
There's the pick. At the top of the key, Shved. Biedrins grabs the miss. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Now the feed to Murray. Pass to Mercer. Back to Murray. Biedrins a screen. From 15 feet away. And Labissiere sends it back.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Butler kicks to Vaughn. Labissiere, the screen. Vaughn, the pass to Labissiere. Stolen by Markkanen. Feeds it to Murray. The shot, and the officials call a traveling violation. When these players get to the free throw line, it's nearly automatic. The 2K leaderboards show us this month's free throw shooting percentage leaders. Lauri Markkanen is second.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Hickson a screen. Here's the screen. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off. Bulls trailed by 5. He's covered by Collison. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
He kicks it to Butler. It's tipped. Sent that one away, but after it touched the backboard, the refs are on it, and they call him for goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Chicago. Tatum comes in for Murray. The doctor's checked in for Boston. He's covered by Collison. Screened by Olynyk. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Olynyk's got his first basket of the night. Collison dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Collison. Hickson a screen. The drive by Collison. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Olynyk's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
There's the dish to Tatum. Clock at 6. Hibbert with the screen. From deep, Gay goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Hibbert. And now just a 1-point Celtic lead.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And here's Collison. He has 7. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Tatum with it. He feeds it to Hibbert. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got 9. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Now, here's Fournier. 11 points for him in that last game again.
Yeah, his big night wasn't limited to his offense. His steals numbers were way up there, and it was a special night for him in just about every way.
Doris, as we know, you were born in New York, grew up in New Jersey, lots of basketball talent in those areas. Who were some local players who influenced you early on?
Well, 1983 is the year the Philadelphia 76ers won the NBA championship, and that team was the epitome of cool, Kevin, right? You had the masterful doctor, the power of Moses Malone, but you know who I tried to emulate? Mo Cheeks.
No kidding.
Yeah, the steady, heady point guard who could make big shots and come up with a timely steal. I couldn't be the doctor. I couldn't fly like the doc, so Mo Cheeks was my guy.
Here's Hibbert, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Collison kicks to Antetokounmpo. Fournier passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's the doctor. 5 on the clock. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Olynyk got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And J.J. Hickson pulls it down.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Here's Collison. 11 points for him in that last game again. Here's the teardrop. And he lays it up and in. Collison's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Lets it go. Another one falls for Chicago.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Passes it to Kriapa. A beautiful reverse layup. The doctor's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's one for the highlight reel right there. He didn't hold back anything on that finish.
Hickson against Hibbert. Shoots over Hickson. Again, Chicago.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
You know, Greg, what a luxury to have a guy with size who can make that shot.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Boy, that's a decisive move to the cup. He gives the defense no chance to react.
Dishes it to Tatum. Kicks to Hibbert. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Collison dishes to Antetokounmpo. There's the screen. Now Collison. 9 points in the game so far. Hickson on a screen. Pulls it from the elbow. Collison kicks to Hickson. It's good from long range.
That's his first triple of the second period. 3rd of the game.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The pass to Gay. And stolen by Fournier. Collison gets a wide open look. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Hibbert with the screen. A.J. Hickson pulls it in. Hickson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
There's the pick. And here's Collison. 12 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. Another shot, and Hickson puts it in. Hickson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Hibbert with the screen. Gay against Antetokounmpo. They need this. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Gay.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
From 11 feet away, and it's Boston with another.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Olynyk. Wants to get it to Gay, and does. And it's good for 2. Gay's got 6.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
Hickson a screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Hibbert.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Bulls have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both good from the line that time. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the half. There's the feed to Shved. Labissiere, the screen. Pass to Shved. Here's Vaughn. They set the screen. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up his man and drains it despite having the size on him.
Here's Murray. And the Bulls with another miss.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Vaughn kicks to Butler. Feeds it to Labissiere. Over Biedrins. And the shot is long. Tatum. He can't get that one. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Celtics lead by 4. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Welcome, everybody, to the halftime show. I'm Ernie Johnson. The guy nodding over here is Kenny the Jet Smith. And the guys, Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they need to turn the heat up on D. Too often we saw them back on the hill, not dictating the pace. They allowed a shooting percentage in the high 50s. Remind me of my free throw percentage, the high 50s. Come on, guys.
And we're just about ready for the start.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Boston leading by 4. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Antetokounmpo out there with the doctor. And there's Hickson, and there's Collison, and it's Fournier in at the 2. Hibbert with the screen. Shoots over Hickson. Hibbert gets the bucket. Hibbert's got 19 points.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind block it.
Collison kicks to Antetokounmpo. Outside Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Antetokounmpo. Fournier for 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Now here's Tatum. He's guarded by Fournier. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 12 points for him.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Outside Collison. Hickson a screen. Jumper off the screen, and it's Boston with another.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
He's covered by Collison. They set the screen. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Tatum.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Fournier, it's deflected.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Boy, when he's alone in the open court, he just attacks, right? I mean, turning on the jets and finishing easily at the rim.
And Fournier kicks to Hickson. Outside Collison. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
He's covered by Collison. The dish to Olynyk. Hibbert with the screen. Olynyk the pass to Tatum. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Antetokounmpo against Gay. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Screen by Olynyk. Gay outside. Hibbert with the screen on Collison. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Hickson sets the screen for Collison. He dishes it to Hickson. That 3 off the mark. For Chicago, they've gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. Gay kicks to Tatum. Screen by Olynyk. For the lead, and it falls over the rim and in. 20 points for Jason Tatum.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Over in the corner, on to Kumbo. Back to Collison. Hickson a screen. Collison kicks to Hickson. The three-pointer off the mark. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. For the three. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Celtics trailed by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Collison. He's guarded closely. Good work there as it goes. On to Tacumbo's got 8 points.
That's not a bad plan of action right there, guys. Attack the defense in the low post.
Olynyk a screen on Fournier. They set the pick. And it's Hibbert in the corner. Over to the left wing. Hibbert with the screen. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Hickson a screen. And Fournier kicks to Collison. Hibbert pulls it in. Hibbert's got his 5th rebound in this one. He's covered by Collison. As a former point guard at Providence, Doris, in college basketball, you had to initialize plenty of different plays, work within different styles and schemes. Is there a particular offensive scheme that you prefer beyond others?
You know, when I was a kid, believe it or not, though I'm an East Coast kid, during the Lakers and Celtics era, I was actually a Showtime fan. I love the fast pace, their ability to get in transition, the spectacular James Worthy being fed so perfectly by the incomparable Magic Johnson. I am much more a pace and space fan than I am a grinded out player. You know, I'm a Knicks fan by heart, and though I love the success they had in the 90s, I would say that the style of play today is much more appealing to me.
It is. It's so attractive to watch movement and fluid basketball and sets that run with precision. It's great to watch.
Poetry in motion.
Yes, well said. Here's Isaac. He has 5. Moore with the steal. Antetokounmpo defending. Hibbert with the screen. 6 to shoot. And here's Moore outside. Sinks the triple. Moore's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Celtics trail by 10. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Boston making some changes. Shved's checked in, and it's Vaughn in for Antetokounmpo. Here's Vaughn. He averages about 5 points a game. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Moore kicks to Murray. Mercer passes to Biedrich. Passes to Mercer. Clock at 6. Here's Murray. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And now a 12-point Bulls lead.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Here's Isaac. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. The Bulls leading by 12. Now the pass to Mercer. Here's Murray up on top. Out to the right wing. Moore outside. From outside off the mark. Celtics trail by 12. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. You look at Isaac, third in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside. And, of course, Lauri Markkanen. Same can be said about him.
And these two are having no problems with the physicality in the NBA. Both of them a force to be reckoned with inside.
Pass to Mercer. Banked in off the glass. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to change.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
And a chance now to review the shot chart for the Bulls.
This is the shot chart of a dominant performance. I mean, he's taking a lot of shots because right now he believes that every shot he does take is going in. And who can blame him with the way he's played? Simply outstanding work coming from him.
Celtics trail by 14. Kicks it to Shved. There's a screen. Pass to Isaac. He feeds it to Shved. Celtics passing it around. Here's Labissiere. Good on the 13-footer. Moore with it. He kicks it to Murray. And it's Markkanen top of the key. Over to the left wing. Now here's Murray. D right on him. The teardrop falls in. Murray's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Labissiere in the high post. Now here's Shved. He's covered by Murray. Dishes it to Butler. The feed to Shved. The three. Sinks the three-pointer. Shved's got 8.
Boy, nice stroke from downtown. Got it off just before the defense could react. That's his specialty.
And Moore kicks to Murray. Passes it to Mercer. Feeds to Markkanen. Over Butler. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Celtics trail by 13. Now the dish to Shved. Pass to Isaac. Shoots a 3. Up again. It's good on the putback. Labissiere's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. The pass to Mercer. Got a hand on it. Now here's Butler. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 1:25 left in the third. Here's Mercer. That's tipped. Here's Markkanen. In the corner, Murray with it. Hits the three-point bomb. Murray's got 7 points for the quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Pass to Shved. There's a good screen. Takes the three. Isaac misses.
He's missed everything he's taken in this quarter, and it's making it very difficult for them to come back.
Moore outside. He dishes it to Markkanen. Over Butler. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. Markkanen's got 8 points.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Labissiere, the pass to Vaughn. Labissiere, the screen. Just 5 to shoot. He took good advantage of that screen. He's got 10.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
Now Murray. 11 points in the game. Over Shved. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Bulls lead by 16. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We come back right after this. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. They've got Markkanen. Also Biedrins out there. Tatum out there with Murray. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. He's covered by Collison. Shoots from 14. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Pass to Isaac, and it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
And here is Shved. Kicks it to Collison. Shot clock at 5. For 3.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Shved, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
There's the feed to Biedrins. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Biedrins' shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Andres Biedrins.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
2. Shooting for Boston. J.J. Hickson. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Chicago making some changes. Olynyk comes in for Markkanen, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for Murray. He's off on the second. The Bulls leading by 18. Dishes to Gay. Biedrins, a screen. Elbow shot is on the way. Rebound Boston.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Good on the 3-point shot.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you've simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Olenek, a screen on Collison. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. 24 points for him.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Here's Butler, and the layup's good off the glass. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Olenek sets a screen for Tatum. Biedrins a screen. Shot off the pick. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Tatum's got 11 in the second half. Now a timeout called by Boston. And the Bulls making a change here. Hibbert's checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Caron Butler. Outside Collison. He feeds it to Fournier. Outside Antetokounmpo. Back to Fournier. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Collison. The step back jumper is good.
This guy's pulling his weight tonight. The guys around him need to pick up the slack and start following his lead.
He's covered by Collison. Here's Tatum. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Celtics trailed by 18. Collison dishes to Hickson. Floats one up. Got a piece of it. He's covered by Collison. Inside, Olenek shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
Passes to Kriapa. Doris, I've heard you talk often about instituting a play clock from the very beginnings of someone learning the game of basketball.
Kevin, I think this is absolutely critical to the future of the game of basketball here in the United States, because the Europeans right now, from the formative stages, from the youngest someone picks up the game of basketball, play under duress of the shot clock. And the reason that's important is you must be a three-tool player to play under duress of the shot clock, meaning you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be able to pass it, dribble it, and shoot it. And to do that with the pressure of a shot clock leaning in on you from those earliest moments is significant. And I know I have the backing of guys like R.C. Buford and Rick Carlisle. They believe, more important than me, intelligent basketball people believe that in the United States, we must institute a shot clock from the time guys and young women pick up the game.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
And that lob came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection. Hibbert with the screen. He kicks it to Olenek. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Olenek's got 4 points this quarter.
I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
Hickson a screen. And Fournier kicks to Hickson. Oh, that's blocked. He's covered by Collison. To the middle. Doris, one trend we've seen in the league, and emphasis on getting back defensively rather than pounding the offensive glass. I think of San Antonio a little bit when I think about that. Why is that, you think?
You know, I don't know if this is something cyclical and we'll eventually see teams emphasize getting to the offensive glass as a means to help them win. But one of the most dangerous aspects of the NBA right now is transition three opportunities. We're not even seeing teams get back to the hoop and build their defense out. At this point, they're sprinting to the three-point line and then building back toward the hoop. So a drastic difference. We'll see if it changes at any point.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Hickson up top. Back to Collison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Collison's got 20 points.
Perfect example of how to set a great screen. Set your feet, stand firm.
Gay kicks to Hibbert. Shoots over Hickson. Hibbert gets the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Collison, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside Collison. It's Fournier on the wing. Back to Collison. Shoots from 12. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Collison's got 10 points in just the second half. He's covered by Collison. Screened by Olynyk. There's a screen. Off the screen. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist from Olynyk. 10 points for Gay.
Always got to stay with Gay. He's a nuisance when he gets a screen. Fantastic at capitalizing in these situations.
Back to Fournier. Feeds to Hickson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Collison with it. Picked up by Hibbert. He used that pick to perfection. 24 points for Darren Collison.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Olynyk, a screen on Collison. Kicks it out to Gay. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Here is Collison. The pass to Kriapa. Or as it seems like individual all-star and MVP voting is heavily influenced by how players' teams perform. Is that a good thing?
Well, I will say this, Kevin. I have a vote in some of the postseason awards. And if, in fact, I've got two players at the same position and I need some line of demarcation to separate one from another, a team's win-loss record may influence that. Now, you might say it's unfair, but sometimes the difference between a player making it and not making it is minuscule. I would say this to you, Kevin. I would like to see all-star teams go out to 15 players as opposed to 12. There are 3 teams, first, second, and third, all NBA. Why not have 15 guys on the all-star team?
Excellent idea. Hickson grabs the board.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Fournier. Antetokounmpo kicks to Fournier. Back to Antetokounmpo. Hickson a screen. It's Fournier on the wing. The good-looking shot from the wing. And it's the Bulls with the ball. To the inside. The steal. Lets it go with a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. Antetokounmpo against Gay. There's the dish to Hibbert. The fader. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. They set the pick. Pass to Kriapa. Doris, we've seen a number of aging players really change their bodies through better nutrition and improved fitness conditioning. Do you think we'll see more guys even extending it further, playing into their 40s in the NBA?
Well, how great would it be to see LeBron James play into his 40s? You look at a guy in the NFL, a much more physically demanding game in terms just of the hitting that's done in the game. Tom Brady approaching his 40th year, incredible. And LeBron James would be the player I point to. There's a guy 6'8", 200 and whatever he is, probably 65 pounds, who every single day puts time into the process of keeping his body healthy. It's great. His greatness has been sustained, but he pays a price to get there, Kevin.
And Doris, you can change your body and you can change your game too as you grow older.
That's a great point. Think about how much of a low post scorer Kobe Bryant became later on in his career because the elevation,
great example.
His ability to elevate, so different.
Great example. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Collison, unable to get that one.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Jason Tatum.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
No good on that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Fournier kicks to Collison. There's the screen. Back to Fournier. Over Tatum. It's tipped. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.